The Book of the Damned, by Charles Hoyfort, Chapter 13J. Flammarion, The Atmosphere, page 34. Block of ice, weighing 4.5 pounds, fell at Cazorta, Spain, June 15, 1829. Block of ice, weighing 11 pounds, at Sète, France, October, 1844. Mass of ice 3 feet long, 3 feet wide, and more than 2 feet thick, that fell in a storm in Hungary, May 8, 1802. Scientific American, Volume 47, page 119. That, according to the Salina Journal, a mass of ice weighing about 80 pounds had fallen from the sky near Salina, Kansas, August 1882. We are told that Mr. W. J. Hagler, the North Santa Fe merchant, became possessor of it and packed it in sawdust in his store. London Times, April 7, 1860. That, upon the 16th of March, 1860, in a snowstorm in Upper Wasdale, blocks of ice, so large that at a distance they looked like a flock of sheep, had fallen. Report of the British Association, 1851, page 32. That a mass of ice about a cubic yard in size had fallen at Kandish, India, 1828. Against these data, though, so far as I know, so many of them have never been assembled together before, there is a silence upon the part of scientific men that is unusual. Our Super Sargasso Sea may not be an unavoidable conclusion, but arrival upon this earth of ice from external regions does seem to be, except that there must be it ever so faint, a merger. It is in the notion that these masses of ice are only congealed hailstones. We have data against this notion, as applied to all our instances, but the explanation has been offered, and, it seems to me, may apply in some instances. In the Bulletin de la Société Astronomique de France, Volume 20, page 245, it is said of blocks of ice the size of decanters that had fallen at Tunis that they were only masses of congealed hailstones. London Times, August 4, 1857. That a block of ice, described as pure ice, weighing 25 pounds, had been found in the meadow of Mr. Warner of Cricklewood. There had been a storm the day before. As in some of our other instances, no one had seen this object fall from the sky. It was found after the storm. That's all that can be said about it. Letter from Captain Blackiston, communicated by General Sabine, to the Royal Society, London Royal Society Proceedings, Volume 10, page 468. That, January 14, 1860, in a thunderstorm, pieces of ice had fallen upon Captain Blackiston's vessel, that it was not hail. It was not hail, but irregular shaped pieces of solid ice of different dimensions, up to the size of half a brick. According to the Advertiser Scotsman, quoted by the Edinburgh New Philosophical Magazine, Volume 47, page 371, an irregular shaped mass of ice fell at Ord, Scotland, August 1849, after an extraordinary peal of thunder. It is said that this was homogeneous ice, except in the small part, which looked like congealed hailstones. The mass was about 20 feet in circumference. The story, as told in the London Times, August 14, 1849, is that, upon the evening of the 13th of August, 1849, after a loud peal of thunder, a mass of ice said to have been 20 feet in circumference, had fallen upon the estate of Mr. Moffat of Balvulick, Rossshire. It is said that this object fell alone, or without hailstones.